Hello there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault. Welcome to the ultimate Comparo video that you guys have been requesting all along. The Triumph Trident 660 takes on the mighty Kawasaki Z900. Who's gonna win this battle? So before we get started, if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe, support the channel and hit the bell icon to get all the updates right here from Dino's Vault. So for now, let's not waste any more time. Let's get started with this ultimate battle for the naked sport bike in the middleweight segment. So let's start with the design and visual appeal. The Z900 got a makeover and a proper upgrade recently. In terms of looks, the front end now looks far more aggressive and sharp and also more striking. Almost the same headlamp layout has been used for the mighty ZH2 as well. So at a glance, it looks like a beefed up, muscular street fighter. And what's more, it also gets an LED headlamp and LED DRLs. Now, the Trident, on the other hand, is more about class and finesse with an elegant retro design. The round headlamp is also LED, but the design silhouette is far more compact and contemporary. I love the tank design and the round TFT console, which brings something fresh to the segment. The Z900 is awesome here as well because it now gets a full color TFT console, and the rest of the design like the tank cowls, the lifted up tail and the exhaust all make it look bigger and more pronounced than the Trident. So if you want a bigger bike feel and more road presence, then the Z900 is the bike for you. But if you want something more compact and simple with a neo-retro design, then the Trident is the pick for you. Now let's move on to the power plant. Powering the Z900 is an inline-4 948cc powerhouse, which makes it almost a liter class naked. Now this puts out 125 blazing horses and 98.6 Newton meters of max torque. The Trident, on the other hand, is an inline triple. Now, we all know Triumph and triples are like Eminem and rap. They have mastered the art of offering the best triples in the world. So, this is indeed a proper triple coming from the house of Triumph. Now, powering the Trident is a 660cc inline triple that puts out 81 PS of max power and 64 Newton meters of max torque. So clearly we can see here that the Z is quite ahead in terms of numbers, but when it comes to the ride feel and usability, I feel the Trident is for those who would use their bike predominantly in the city and would go touring on the weekends. The Z, however, with a longer wheelbase offers amazing straight line stability and high speed stability while riding on the highways because of its longer wheelbase of 1455 mm, so it is better suited for highway cruising. The Trident, however, gets a shorter wheelbase of 1407 mm, so it is easy to flick around in the city and maneuver through the chock-a-block city traffic. Now, this doesn't mean it doesn't offer good high-speed stability. For highway cruising of around 115 to 120 km per hour, I think the Trident offers superb stability. It's only that it feels overshadowed by the kind of composure and confidence that the Z offers at the same speed. So if you use your bike mostly in the city, then the Trident is easier to manage. But if you prefer to ride mostly on the highways, then the Z900 is a better option for you. In terms of acceleration, both the bikes offer good instant pickup and bottom end torque as well as clean and consistent mid-range surge. When it comes to top end performance, the Z900 blazes ahead because of the extra horsepower. The Trident, on the other hand, is mostly a torque machine with good low to mid range surge on offer. Now, what about refinement, you ask? Well, both the bikes are well refined with no hint of vibration throughout, but the Z feels a little more refined because of the inline 4 setup. Now, let's talk about riding comfort. Now, the Z comes with a seat height of 820 mm, whereas the Trident gets a seat height of 805 mm. So, the Trident is easier to manage even for shorter riders. Now, both offer comfortable riding ergonomics and both can serve as a bike that one can use daily for touring and also have fun on the track. Now, next, let's talk about the brakes. Now, both come with dual disc setups. The Z gets 300 mm pedal discs, whereas the Trident gets 310 mm conventional discs. The pedal discs offer better heat dissipation, so the discs don't heat up quickly. So for a layman, the brakes offer good stopping power on both the bikes. So there's no night and day kind of a difference here. Now, talking about the chassis, the Trident gets a tubular perimeter frame, whereas the Z gets a steel trellis frame. So the handling and flickability is better on Trident, but high-speed stability is better on the Z. Now, talking about the suspension, the Trident gets 41 USD separate function forks from Showa and a Showa monoshock at the back. The Z, on the other hand, gets adjustable 41 USD forks up front and a rear monoshock with spring preload and rebound damping adjustability. Now, both of them kind of get a stiffer setup, but rideability through the city streets as well as cornering stability and high speed stability is good on both the bikes. Now, talking about the electronic aids, the Z now gets different riding modes, namely full and low, and it also gets 3 levels of traction control, which is awesome. And we can also turn off traction control completely on the Z900. The Trident, on the other hand, gets riding modes as well, namely ride and road. We also get traction control settings for the Trident, but we can't turn off traction control here. The Trident, in addition, offers smartphone connectivity, turn by turn navigation, music controls, and even GoPro control, which is superb stuff. Now, the Z900 also does offer smartphone connectivity via the Rideology app, but it doesn't offer navigation or any of the other perks that the Trident has on offer. Talking about the tires, the Z900 gets new Dunlop Sport Max Road Sport 2 tires that offer superb road grip. The Trident offers Michelin Road 5 tires, which are also good, but not as good as the Dunlop Sport Max. Now, both of them do get 180 section rear tires, which is really good. Now, coming to my verdict, what makes this verdict really interesting is the pricing. Ultimately, pricing plays a crucial role when we make up our minds to buy a bike. And when it comes to pricing, Triumph have absolutely nailed it. 6.95 lakhs ex showroom is unbelievable pricing for the kind of package that the Trident has on offer. No doubt the Z900 justifies its higher price tag by offering more in almost every aspect, but ultimately, if you have a one bike philosophy, then the Trident definitely makes more sense as a value package. Now, what makes this even better is the service interval of 16,000 kilometers, which is absolutely unbelievable. So, this makes the maintenance cost a lot more bearable for a middleweight naked. So, overall, I feel the Trident well and truly comes across as a better value package. But if budget isn't a concern and if you are the kind who prefers to throttle it out when in doubt, then the Z900 still justifies its price and offers all the intensity and aggression that you come expecting from a machine of the Z bloodline. Okay guys, so that was my comparo of the Trident 660 versus the Z900. Do you like the video? What do you think? Which one would you pick given the choice? Feel free to comment below and let me know. Stay tuned for more action right here at Dino's Vault. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.